Hi, welcome to Grandma Ray Don't Play, and I'm Rachel. So today I want to show you how to cook some hamburger patties in the air fryer. Okay, so we're going to be cooking in the air fryer. It's a 3-inch air fryer. It's a Brio 3-inch air fryer. Okay, so what I'm going to do with the beans is I'm going to saute some onions, cilantro, and peppers in the frying pan first, and then we're going to add the beans. That's so that I can get my vegetables within the beans. Alright, and we're going to add some more items to the beans like ketchup and molasses for iron, right? You know, if you're low in iron, you use molasses. It'll help build your iron up. Okay, the hamburgers are halfway frozen. They've been in the refrigerator for about around 4 hours, and I want to give you the breakdown of the cost of the hamburgers because we need to start seeing if we can save our money, seeing that we already have the air fryer, so there's no need to run over to McDonald's or Wendy's or anybody and give them some serious money for a hamburger patty. I mean, come on, seriously, okay? A package of hamburger buns is 99 cents. So we can do this, right? So let me give you the breakdown of the hamburger patty, shall we? All right. So I bought 10 pounds of hamburger, which came in a long roll, and that was $25.20. That was at 90% lean, okay? And I split that package of hamburger with my grandson. So my cost for 5 pounds ended up being $12.60. So you say, okay, and I got that at Restaurant Depot. So you could say, okay, well, I'm not going to Restaurant Depot. You know, okay, you can go anywhere you want to go. Go to your regular grocery store, Sam's, or wherever you feel you want to go. But the bottom line here is to maximize the whatever amount of hamburger you get to cut the cost down. All right, so let's go back to it. So I bought 5 pounds of hamburger. My portion that cost $12.60. Out of the out of the 5 pounds of hamburger, I got 16 hamburger patties, and I'm going to show you the tool that I got from the Dollar Tree for $1 to make the hamburger patties. Okay, so 16 patties came out to 78 cents each. So if you divide 16 into the $12.60, that comes out to 78 cents just for the patty. So you know, when you go and get your hamburger buns, you might get 8 for $1, and you divide that up. You know, we're probably talking maybe, I don't know, 20 cents or less for the bun. So we're into it for about, I would say, 98 cents, right? So about time you add your ketchup and your mustard, you might be into it for maybe $1.10. Okay, so $1.10 versus if you go to Wendy's or McDonald's, one of those places, to get and these are, by the way, quarter-pound hamburgers. To get a quarter-pound hamburger, you're up, you maybe pay $4 and something, $5 and something, $5, around $5, give or take. Now, seriously, okay, so you just gave them an extra $4 for what? And you can do this in the air fryer in a few minutes and cut your costs. You can even make your hamburger patties in advance, freeze them, and cook them frozen. So there's no need to go to McDonald's, because by the time you wait in the line, okay, that's maybe 5-10 minutes. Okay, you gotta drive over there. That's another maybe 15 minutes there and 15 minutes back. Okay, so that's 30 minutes drive time. You waited in the line for 10 minutes. You know, seriously, are you kidding me? We could have just go ahead and did this in the air fryer and saved around $4. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna adjust the camera. We're gonna get started, shall we? Thank you. Okay, So this is the hamburger press that I bought at the Dollar Tree for $1. So as you can see, it has some holes in here. I found when I pressed it that some of the hamburger came through the holes. Not completely through, but you know, there was a issue of the hamburger going through the holes. It didn't do that every time, but sometimes it did. So to maximize my time, I got a piece of plastic wrap. I put it on like this. This is the cling wrap, so that's why you see it's kind of wanting to stick immediately. And I shaped it to the size of the dish, right? Then I put my hamburger in here, pressed down, and I was good to go. Okay? So for $1 you can buy this, you have it forever. Alright, so now the other thing that I did in preparation for to cook the hamburgers, you know, if you've been watching my videos, that I no longer buy the spray oil. So I have some olive oil in a spray bottle that of course I get at the dollar store for $1. And I spray up the paper towel. And then I take this and I'm going to wipe inside and the bottom of my air fryer. Okay, and I do the same thing for this part, the basket, right? And then I just drop it in. And I also put some on the mesh itself. Okay, we want to put that on the bottom and top. Okay, so you're not cooking the hamburgers in oil. You're just putting the oil around the equipment inside. And the purpose of that is two things. The cleanup absolutely is much better, less time. I mean, in a few seconds you can get this cleaned, well, a few minutes you can get this cleaned up versus many minutes, okay? All right, so here's my hamburger that I had in the refrigerator for about 3-4 hours. It's mostly thawed out now. But you can cook it frozen. You don't have to cook it where it's thawed out, okay? So I don't want you to think that, oh, you got to go to McDonald's because you got to wait till that thaw out. No. So this is my quarter pounder that I used the hamburger press to make, okay? So I'm putting the 2 in there. Now this is a 3-inch air fryer. And the 3-inch can only hold about 2 of these quarter pounders at one time, okay? All right, so now we're gonna use our seasoning, okay? Let me just wash my hands. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to put some seasoning on there, alright? You can use whatever seasoning you like, but today I'm using some black pepper. And I'm going to put it on this side, and when I flip the other side, I'll put it on the other side. Some garlic powder. Now remember, you can use how much seasoning you choose to use, okay? And some Lawry's, all right? I love Lawry's. Okay, so now I'm going to turn them over and do the other side. Lawry's. The black pepper and the garlic powder. Okay, so now that we've gotten our seasoning on, we're going to put it in. Okay, look at that. My cover that goes to the top just broke off, but it doesn't affect the machine. It's just a cover for the button, okay? But I just wanted to show you what flew off. All right, so now we're gonna turn it on, okay? And we're gonna preheat, okay? Preheat just means you're gonna heat it up, okay? So you set preheat. Preheat also means that it's really not gonna start cooking until it gets heated up, okay? Then we hit the temperature button. It's on 360. We can go a little higher for a hamburger because that's a really small 1/4 pound hamburger, so we can cook that relatively fast. All right, so our temperature is set at 370, okay? Hit the temperature button again, and we have 10 minutes. Okay, we'll check it in 5 minutes and see how that's going, okay? So now we're gonna hit the red button in the middle for start, okay? So let me repeat the steps again for you. We hit preheat first because we want it to heat up. And then I hit the temperature button and I set it at 370 because that's what we're gonna cook it at. And then hit the temperature button again for 10 minutes. But remember, we're gonna check it in 5 minutes. Maybe in 5 minutes, it'll be time to turn it over, okay? All right, and then we're gonna hit the start button right in the middle. Okay, it's off and running. All right, so while that's cooking, let me go to my beans that I'm gonna cook with the cilantro, peppers, and onions, okay? So I wanna give you a visual. This is my cilantro, peppers, and onions that are frozen, right? Okay, so if you've been watching my show, you know that I freeze up a lot of my herbs and vegetables. Okay, so this is the onions. It was in the freezer. I put it in the freezer on May 19th. Okay, so the purpose of this is you just take your bag out. You break off what you want, you put it in the bowl like you seen I have right there. You put it in the microwave for 1 minute and you have your vegetables ready to go. You don't have to cut them up every minute, okay? Same thing with my cilantro. This is my cilantro, and also I did it on May 19th, okay? You see it? So I broke off some here, and this is what's remaining that's still frozen. That's gonna go back in the freezer. And this is my red sweet peppers, okay? Same process. Put it in the bag and froze it on May 19th. All right, so let me put them back in the freezer because we don't want them to thaw out. Okay, so now we're gonna put the peppers, onions, and cilantro in the microwave on 1 minute. So we're gonna let that thaw out. Okay, so now we're on the stove. We're gonna turn the stove on, not the oven, the stove. And I have my spray bottle of olive oil. And we're gonna spray some olive oil in here, just enough to coat the bottom of the pan, okay? I'm gonna show you. As you can see, it's not even enough to do anything. Let me adjust you to the stove so that you can see that. Okay, so here we go. We're on the stove. You can't even see it dripping or nothing, right? Alright, so that's how we're gonna work the we're gonna cook the onions, cilantro, and peppers, just enough to dry out the water out of them so that we can incorporate them in the can of bacon and onion beans. So here's my can of bacon and onion beans. All right, okay, so the microwave has stopped. Here's our thawed out let me see if I can tilt it. Here we go. Thawed out cilantro, onions, and peppers. So you can see it's some water down here, right? Because it was frozen. So here's the water. We're going to pour that water off. And then we're going to put it in the frying pan, okay? I'm pouring the water off. Okay, so I poured the water off. All we have now is the remaining vegetables. I'm going to put that in the frying pan. So you notice that I'm cooking this right along with my hamburger at the same time. Okay, we want that to cook down. Always season everything. So we're going to put just a little Larry's again and a little garlic powder. Okay, and a little pepper, a drop. Okay. So what we're trying to do is dry the vegetables out. Alright, so while we're on this, let me just say this. You know, I'm in the weight loss challenge for One Up Athletics. The challenge started the 1st of this month, June 1st. And I'm trying to lose weight so I can win the challenge, right? So my weigh-in was, I believe, 212. And so I'm working on it. I'm trying to achieve a goal. And I let you all know when I started so that I can put pressure on myself to see if I can get this done, right? Okay, so the vegetables are drying out as if they were freshly cut. They're like coming loose from each other. That's how you know that it's drying out, okay? Okay, let's take a look over here at the air fryer. The preheat button is still on, okay? I just wanted to point that out to you. Alright, so now we're going to add our, this is bacon and onion beans, okay? We're going to add that now. Here we go. Alright. I'm going to mix that all in. So I'm not eating any starch, no rice, no pasta, no white products today because I'm on my weight loss challenge. So now I want to add to this some molasses. And the reason why I'm adding molasses, you don't have to add molasses if you don't like, is molasses help you if you're low in iron, okay? I'm not low in iron today, but there are times that I'm low in iron. And so I'm correcting it with the molasses to help the situation, right? Okay, I just put about maybe 2 tablespoons of molasses and 2 tablespoons of ketchup, okay? Okay, and one other thing I'm going to add is 1 tablespoon of honey. If I can get a tablespoon out of here. Okay, that's good. Okay, so now we're going to stir that up. Wow, the air fryer is taking a long time to heat up. So next time you can set your preheat button ahead of time when you're getting everything all ready so that this situation is already complete. Okay. So now I want to taste the beans, see if I need to add anything else. Oh, the beans are good. Oh my goodness. I'm liking that. You might want to try adding maybe some fresh herbs or some basil or some kind of herbs and vegetables to give you some more benefits from the beans, right? Okay, the beans are done. We're going to cut that off. I'm going to stop the air fryer and see what's happening. It has 5 minutes left on the timer. And even though it was preheating, the hamburgers are actually cooking. Okay. I want to take that out and show you. It's not done, but I just want to show you what's going on. Okay, even though we was preheating, you can see that the hamburgers have already started cooking, right? Okay, so I'm gonna put this back in, but I'm turning it over since I got it open. So the air fryer is already heated up because it has already started cooking the hamburger. So we're gonna just reset the time for 5 minutes. It was cooking for 5 minutes on preheat. So I'm going to cut that off completely. Alright, so now we're going to go to heat. So next time, for the sake of what you should do, preheat for 5 minutes and then set your time. Okay? So we're going to go to 370 like we did before. We're going to set the time for 5 minutes. Because I think in 5 minutes it might be done. And we want to put some cheese on there, okay? Alright, so we're going to start that. I'm going to put the beans in a bowl and we'll be back. Alright, it stopped. Beautiful, all melted. Now I suggest you wash the air fryer right away. So you take it to the sink, run cold water on it to cool the edges down so you can deal with it, and then wash it right away. That way it doesn't harden on there and your cleanup is faster, okay? So here's the hamburgers, the cheeseburgers. I keep saying hamburger. Cheeseburgers, how about that, huh? And let's take a temperature. So the beef should be 155, so I have my thermometer. You should get one. It's a good idea. You go right in on the side, because on the side you're going to be able to put the thermometer all the way in enough to cover half of the thermometer so that you can get a good accurate read. Okay, we're waiting. Okay, so my thermometer has stopped at 134. We want 155. So back in they go. Because you do not want to eat raw meat, right? Okay, let's put them back in. We're gonna start it on preheat to 370 and temperature time again. Let's go. Okay, let's go 2 minutes. See what happens. We'll check it halfway through. Okay, so remember our time, we started out 5 minutes, which was including the preheat because it was cooking as it was preheating. And then we did another 5 minutes, so that's 10 minutes, right? And then we did 1 minute to melt the cheese, so that's 11 minutes. And now I just put 2 more minutes in it. So if it goes the other 2 minutes, that'll be a total of 13 minutes. We'll see, okay? All right, we'll give that a shot. Be right back. Okay, so it ended just now. Okay, we're gonna test it. Let's see what we got. Okay, I reset the thermometer by cutting it on and off. We're there. 155. Can you see that? Okay. When you take it out, it'll drop down. So I was trying to show you really quick. Let me see if there's another way I can do that. Yeah, I think I'll do it this way. So let me cut it off, reset it, cut it back on. And you see that? That one, it drops down really fast when you take it out. But you could see when I showed you it was 163. That one. This one was 157. So they're done. Okay? You don't want to overcook them either because you want them nice and juicy and not dry. Okay? Alright, so let me get something to bowl up my beans so I can show you the end result. Okay. Here we go. So that's the beans and the cheeseburgers. How's that? Good deal, right? Okay. So in conclusion, I'm just trying to show you that maybe it'd be a good idea if you rethink. I'm not saying not go out and eat. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is we don't have to go out and eat every time. That we can use these tools, which today I use the Nuwave air fryer to make cheeseburgers, right? And we talked about how I bought the hamburger and how I made patties to break that down. Okay, and so we could save some money, right? I think it's a good idea, and you're gonna know what you're eating. You're gonna know, you know, if they put olive oil in it. And believe me, restaurants, most fast food restaurants are not using olive oil. They're using some other kind of oil. Who knows what? Could be vegetable oil. It could be a lot of different kinds of oils. But it's a way for you to save and eat more healthier. So if you like the air fryer, click the button down with the link that I have down at the bottom of the page, and it will take you over to Amazon, and maybe you can purchase one if you don't have one. It's a good idea. It's a good tool to have. You know, it helps you to manage your time better because the cooking time is a lot less. So you see, for the cheeseburgers, we did a total of 13 minutes, completely done. Now, if the cheeseburgers were started out frozen, I would suggest you start the temperature on 360 instead of cooking it at 370 because it's frozen. So you need to cook a little slower, and you may even have to increase a few more minutes because it was frozen, okay? But your thermometer will tell you, because the hamburger patties should be around 155, and then you're good once you think that they're done, okay? All right, so remember, click on the link below if you want to order air fryer or air fryer oven or a pressure cooker, okay? Yeah, this is Grandma Ray Don't Play, and you know I love you. And the word of the day is, life is short for some people. So don't wait to show your love. Go show your love today, all right? All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Subscribe. We're looking to get 1,000 subscribers, and I need your help, okay? Okay, bye-bye.